guys. You're listening to the Speak and Code podcast. We're doing a Black Holes episode. This is a Black Holes episode of the series part 7, or episode 7. This is Code, Conspiracy of a Dead Man, and I'm sitting here with Chante.
Hey, good afternoon.
And I'm also sitting here with Theodore Dinamite. And we have a brand new guest on for tonight. We have the Rican Mohican for the first time ever on the podcast.
Yo, yo, yo.
And we are back. That was a long 4-hour break.
I couldn't help it. The music after playing, the dancing started.
Oh, man.
Where should we go next?
Puerto Rico?
She's like, fucking nerds.
He's like, what are you, gay?
How do you guys feel when a kid tells you you're ugly?
Oh.
Ooh, it depends on the kid. Because if the kid is ugly too, I'm like, don't do
That's
that.
the thing though, man. When a kid says you're ugly, bro, they mean it, bro. Like, you know you're ugly motherfucker when they say you're ugly. Because kids don't have no filter.
Yeah. Well, here's another question a question for a question. Is it okay for a parent to admit that their kid is ugly?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Honesty is one of the purest forms of love.
Maybe not to their face at a young age, because they could grow into their noses.
Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta say that?
Because I grew into mine.
Is there something you're trying to tell them?
Yeah.
Well, I can understand that because, like, you look at little pictures of me as little. My head was like skinny, and my ears, I had Martin ears. And now, like, my head is overcompensated to make my ears look normal. But, well, I only asked that because your question made me think of something that just happened at work. Where the one guy was showing pictures of his kid, and he goes, "Yeah, my little boy's ugly as hell." And a couple people got mad at him. Was like, "You can't talk about your kid like that." But I'm like,
I think if there's no, you know, it's not like it's not nothing like malice, you know.
yeah, he was just like I think he was just giving us a warning. You know, like some people, you like look at their baby's picture and you don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I think it was more like that. Like he knew what his kid looked like, and he didn't want to put us in a bad spot, and so he just threw it out there as showing his picture. My kid's ugly.
Yeah.
And so now when we see it, you know, we don't feel as bad for not having anything.
I remember because as an adult, even if I see a child and they might not be I wasn't a kid's baby. My kids make fun of me because of it, but nobody's gonna be like, you're gonna be like, oh, cute baby. You know?
Yeah. Or you know oh man, that's a nice outfit you got on him right there.
He's naked.
Yeah.
Oh.
All bald white babies look like Michael Chiklis from The Shield.
I don't know if I've seen enough bald white babies to know if that's true.
Well, just imagine. They all look like Michael Chiklis or The Thing. And you're like, oh.
The Thing.
Yeah.
Because he did play the thing in the I forgot about that.
Or The Commish. It was like an old cop show from like early 90s. That's what he like first got into.
Okay.
But,
I just can't say a baby and be like, oh man, you're an ugly baby, dude.
yeah.
I will say this.
I think they all look similar though up until like
certain age.
Yeah.
I will say this: when I see a cute baby, and I know the parents are ugly, I'm still trying to figure out how that happened.
It's usually
The mailman.
incest.
The mailman. Like one of you can't be the parent. One of you.
Better than what I said. I said it's usually incest.
Wow.
You
Okay.
are horrible.
If the parents are ugly and you have a cute baby, you're like, how did that happen? You're like, it's in their bloodline somewhere that there was a cute person. Look at Meghan Markle. No, I'm kidding. She's not even in the royal bloodline.
Maybe all the kids will look better after that.
Yeah.
And this is how you get canceled.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well.
What do you guys think about that shit? Being canceled? How can you cancel somebody?
I don't know.
I think you only get canceled if you, like...
Care?
Yeah. Because there's people that are like, they're going to get canceled. They need to get canceled. And they go, you know what? You can say whatever you want. I'm not apologizing for shit. Like, I think as soon as you apologize, you're screwed. Because there's no, like...
It's an image you have to maintain, though.
Yeah, but there's times when, like, you say stuff to people, that like could be politically correct now, but in 20 years it could change, you know, or 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, like even like a couple of years, things you can't talk about at all. And it's like, well, now I have to worry about what I said 20 years ago or 5 years ago or 10 years ago or whatever the case. It's like, look,
See,
man, I said those things.
That's the part that like messes with me.
Yeah.
Because like we all want to be forgiven and to be acknowledged when we grow and change. Yet we live in a society where your past is what destroys you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you can't acknowledge that I've become a different person than I was 20 years ago. You're gonna bring that stuff from 20 years ago, especially like when they use like, because now we use tweets and that. When it's stuff that I put out in public, so everybody's known about from the beginning, you can't cancel me for that. Like if I was hiding it and then you brought it to light, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But if I did it in front of the public eye, then I'm not gonna apologize for what I said 20 years ago.
Yo, fucker, stop.
Because everyone was right there and they seen you had your opportunity then to tell me I was wrong.
Yeah.
Don't wait till 20 down the line.
Yep.
Yeah, but if I'm like behind closed doors and I'm saying horrible things and hiding it, and then it comes out 20 years later, okay, yeah, then you have a right to be angry with me.
Yeah.
Because I was like hiding my true self from you. But if I did it in front of everybody from the beginning, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
That's why I don't have Twitter.
Yeah. If you don't believe in it, you won't get canceled.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I think. Like, you know, there's things that I'll say on, I mean, even on these podcasts where it's like, man, this could be far-fetched, or like, there's times where I think we were talking about like specific things, like specifics, like names. And I think I screwed up a name, and I think I said like, but I mean, it's not like it would be something I would get canceled for by any means. But like one of the episodes we were talking about like the fallen angels and like the Anunnaki.
Yes.
And there was one, I think, named Lilith or something. I was like, oh, this was like a demon that they named in the Bible. But I think I used a different name, or I used Lilith or something instead. And I'm like, then I found out later, I'm like, oh, that wasn't the name of it at all. But there was no way I could go back and change what I said.
Yeah.
So there's things that like you might say, they take things out of context. You know, if they're not listening to the entire podcast or kind of know our dynamic of what we talk about, they're not going to know how the communication is. They're only listening to us. They're not seeing our actions where like I'm waving at you or I'm pointing my finger in the sky doing like a bloodline type thing or whatever the case, you know?
Well, I think we live in a clip society. Those quick 30 seconds you can watch and get on with your day, everybody focuses on those. And so you can, of course, find a 30-second saying from an interview where you don't have the whole backstory and go, oh, yeah, he should be canceled for that.
Yeah.
Or he should be admonished for that because you only know that 30 seconds. Where if you watch the whole interview, you actually know like there was more to what that person said.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Chante, he's usually very quiet the entire podcast, just so you know.
This has been that same way the whole time I've known him. What?
Yeah.
13 years now?
Yeah. 11.
Until the end, and then I talk over them and they yell at me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like 11.
Oh, yeah. Shut up. I told him one time, there'd be times where I'll be editing the episodes, and because we're always like doing it through like a third-party app or something, me and TBD are always like in the same room together recording, where Chante's on the phone or like through this app. So we can never really hear him through like if he was talking through the phone. And there will be times where he starts saying something and I never heard him at all, and TBD just starts talking and he talks right over him. So, or I'll talk right over him. Well, when I start editing the episodes, I could hear him clear in my headphones because we're not recording through the phone. We're recording through an app on my computer. So I'm like, oh, and we just steamrolled him big time. So we're like, at the beginning of one of the episodes, I'm like, just tell him like, hey, if we start interrupting you, like if you're about to say something, like just tell us like shut up or something, you know? He's like, all right. Well, right at the end of the episode, we start doing a sign off, and he starts talking, and he goes, no, I got you first. I'm going. And I was like,
I
yeah.
started talking first.
And then he stopped, and I'm like, yeah, shut up.
But
Shut up.
when you listen to it in the episode, there's like a weird pause. And all you hear is, shut up.
So he's like, were you really mad at him? I was like, no, not at all. I was like, and then when you hear it like that, I was dying. I was like, that's the funniest thing. So we left it in as like, kind of like a blooper. Like we had the music playing in the background over it and stuff too, which is funny.
I mean, it's still not as funny as what was it, Phantom Phalluses?
Like a phantom dick or phantom penis.
It was the something purple penis eater. Paranormal penis eater.
Oh yeah, paranormal penises. That's what it was.
Yeah, paranormal penises. That was our first.
We had an episode talking about ghosts and all that stuff.
And then we had a hardcore part 4.
No.
We ended up breaking it down into parts. We had like part 1, 2, and 3, and then part 4 ended up being like so off the wall that I was like, we're gonna release this as a Black Holes episode. So we called that one Hardcore Part 4, and we just went into like,
which sounds like a horrible porn name.
yeah.
It's so horrible.
What was it? Didn't you have a memoir?
Oh,
It was like TBD had a memoir. That was like episode like 3 or 2. That might have been like episode 1 or 2 of the Black Holes episodes.
I've said some horrible things.
Mm-hmm. So this is a Black Holes episode. Yeah. You.
Oh, what was it? Majestic Drag Chickens.
Yes.
Yeah, Majestic Drag.
That was another name
So
for.
they're talking about peacocks or something, and I called them Majestic Drag Chickens.
Drag chickens.
Drag.
Like drag queens.
Yeah.
Majestic Drag Chicken.
But we looked like I went and used like an AI art generator, and I put in Majestic Drag Chickens, and they came out dope. Like I came out with like just like a brief. I just put like a brief description of like what it was, and it came out, and it was sick. I'll show you some of the pictures later.
Oh, yeah. So you're talking to the AI machine now, huh?
No,
Well,
just use it for art.
About that?
For art.
Huh?
How you feel about that?
That's fucking weird, bro.
Skynet's taking over.
Dude, I mean, they're gonna start doing that with the programs you guys work in.
Snapchat has one.
Hey, man.
Yeah, it does. I haven't used it yet.
That motherfucker tried to talk to me. I was like, yo, we ain't friends, brother.
Snapchat.
Yep, mine did too. I just deleted. But here's messed up. Like a week later, I went back and I like made the AI's little thing look like I wanted, and I even gave it its own name. But then I never use it. So like anytime someone messages me at the top of the message, it says Nix because that's what I named. I was bored.
I don't know if you've seen that shit about like, I don't know, like on YouTube you see like the videos like, are you lonely? Talk to your AI.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, yeah, he's just like,
Japan had that. It's like a little hologram too of like, it's like
What?
dudes just be lonely because they have just like work and shit.
Jeez.
And then like it talks to you throughout the day. Like you get it like
honey,
an app.
No.
Yeah, dude, you've never seen that?
Our freaking. Our society is so doomed.
Well, I can't say it is because we used to have 800 numbers where lonely guys would call.
Hey,
but
hey,
now
hey.
instead of a,
They were real
No.
people. They were getting paid.
it was
It was a
somebody's
job.
grandma that was like 82 with a nice voice.
Miss Cleo.
Miss Cleo.
Mhm.
Yeah. So again, I
Did you ever
can't say
call
her.
her?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I believe in psychics.
I don't.
Yeah, I like
I
the
don't.
idea
What about
of it
like
sounds
what about
amazing.
mediums? It's
Nah,
like, people
son.
see like they
Okay,
feel-
so you ever seen like the medium shows, right? Where they have like a group of people and they're like, okay, somebody have a boy or girl. Then
and
like,
they always ask your name. What's
Yeah.
your name?
Not it.
how does John, Josh, Jordan,
Yeah.
Jordan, yeah, he's going through
I
and
knew
like,
it. I knew it. You're right.
Yeah.
I was watching this thing and they were kind of showing how they do it. They have like a plant in the audience before the show, and they go around and they have a microphone on them and they talk to people and they get information.
see?
And then they can feed it through a microphone to the media.
I think
Wow.
it's like a thing I saw that Miss Chloe?
Miss Cleo?
Yeah.
Yeah, Miss Cleo was like a CIA.
What?
People call in to give them the shit, right? She calls
Dang.
in and she just filters it through.
That's crazy.
I believe that. Well, did you guys ever
Cheese in
see?
my beer.
I think was it in Detroit
Jeez.
or
That's the
something
name
like
of this
that?
episode.
Where
Yeah, the episode will
I
be
forget,
cheese in my
I
beer.
forget where it was, but they had like these people that had like warrants out or whatever the case may be, and they like said like, "Hey, you want some football tickets?" And I was
Yes.
like, "You remember? You remember seeing that,
I've
right?"
seen it, and they
And
would
like-
show up to the stadium, and they'd have to give them like their ID to prove it was them. It was like, come this way to get your tickets.
Oh.
And
But
nobody-
when they went through the door, it was the police, and they
Whoa.
were arresting them.
Yeah, it was like this big operation. Like all the cops were involved. Like,
I forgot about that too. But,
I remember seeing
That's
that.
weird. Yeah, that's some weird shit.
Like, that's some fucked up shit. Like, you think you're gonna go to a football game, get some free tickets?
because some people said they. Some
Chris
people said
Hansen.
they think it was entrapment, but I'm like, but the people already had warrants. So is it really?
No. I don't know. Maybe.
I just thought it was fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how you gonna go there, man? Like, and like all these people are like so stoked, you know?
They were wearing like the gear for the team and everything.
They're like, and every time they look to the license, like, oh, John Smith, we got a winner, and everybody was like, woo!
And then they were like, no one noticed that the people weren't coming back after going to get their tickets.
They're being let out through those to the different door, you know?
Yeah.
We didn't want confusion. People get more tickets.
Confusion.
Mm-hmm. You know what? More and more we think about this. What's that movie?
Minority Report?
Inception.
Black Hawk Down.
Jesus Christ. No, it's about the dude that gets like he.
I think that was called Passion.
Passion?
Oh, yeah, Passion.
Idiocracy.
Oh, yes, you're wearing the
that's a
shoes.
good movie.
Hey, you shut the
Crocs.
fuck up.
I'm serious.
So, did you guys hear about how they came up with the shoes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Sorry.
They're like, get this like the dumbest shoes that nobody will wear, and now everybody wears them.
Yep.
It was fun.
Jeez.
Shit out of me.
It was like a startup, I think.
Yeah.
I swear. I can't remember if it was Owen Wilson or Terry Crews. That was like the first movie I ever remember seeing them in.
Probably both.
I didn't even remember seeing him on him, and then until I saw that video, the dude was like, "Yeah, you know how they got the shoes?" I'm like,
Going from prison, I think. Like they have bright orange ones.
"No, but everybody had them in the movie."
But I think they were like in the prison too.
Yeah, but that was the shoes they would wear.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's funny? It was a precursor because in that movie, a celebrity became president,
Yeah,
and then now we've had a celebrity as a president.
I think The Rock's next.
No way.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way.
He's going to run for president in that show, right?
no,
That
they
show got
canceled.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like
like,
his-
did like
his
3
life
seasons.
Seasons they got canceled. I wonder why.
Young Rock
The
got
Rock,
canceled?
I heard it was the writer's strike.
Really?
Oh, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
The writer's strike is why it got canceled.
There was another thing. What about that whole lawsuit?
Wednesday got
What
canceled
lawsuit?
too?
Oh, that got canceled?
I think so.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
There's no way.
I saw. Hang on.
It might have been because of the writer's strike. Because a lot of the writers.
I
have
swear
been
to
on
God,
a
if
lot
I don't
of
get
the-
another season of Invincible, I'm gonna be really pissed.
I've been waiting 2 years now.
Is it
The
been
cartoon?
two? Yeah.
Oh, on Prime, right?
Yes, it was.
I'm
good.
gonna be
Have you watched
picketing
it
for
yet?
something.
Is it like The Boys?
No, it's different. It's a cartoon.
Yeah.
But didn't they do like a boys cartoon too?
Yes,
Yes.
but that's completely different.
Oh,
than
okay,
Invincible.
okay. All right.
I will say it's just as gory.
I've
only watched like 2
Oh,
episodes.
it says it's coming for second season.
Oh, is
It is on.
which one? Wednesday? Dude, I'm burping up that drop stuff still.
Still, that was like 8 hours ago.
What's it
Hustle
called?
drops.
He has this thing he brought over. It's called Hustle Drops, and it's supposed to like clear your sinuses and your like breathing and pathways, whatever.
Did you try it?
Yeah. So it's
Not
like
me.
having like an icebreaker gum and a big vapor rub. If it had a baby,
And you
That's
take it
what
like
it
a
is.
shot, and it's only like a little bit, like it's
dude,
oil.
put it
I
in your mouth and then-
put Biggs on whenever I'm sick, bro. Biggs
yeah.
is my way
But
to
that
go.
shit was nuts.
If you have a
Vicks?
headache,
The Vicks will help.
yeah.
I have to get on track.
Like yeah, she calls me.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
it's okay. I'll delete it.
Yeah, dude.
What's
Vicks.
the other thing he said?
Mhm.
Bix, and there was another one. V like a B, not
Bro,
B
are
like
you-
a Bisa.
Are you making
Are
fun
you
of the way that I
insulting?
say my name?
Mhm.
That's how I say his name?
I had a guy that I worked with. Yeah, in his own dojo.
This guy's making fun of my, my
No,
accent.
we had a guy, and he was from Mexico. He was like a prior Marine or something. I was working with him, and he was like, "Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name." But he would go, "Be like this and be like that," and he's like, "You spell it like a B with a B with a B," and I was like, "What?" And he said somebody's name, and I was like, "You mean Victor?" Oh, Victor. I'm like, "You mean Victor?" And they're like, "Yeah, V, it's the same in Spanish." I was like, "No, it's not. How do I say it?" And I was like, "Are you saying V like a visa or B like a bumblebee?" And he was like, "Oh, B like a visa." I go like that. And he goes, "V like a visa." I'm like, "There we go." And he goes, "Victor, I learned how to say your name."
He just had to push his lip out of it.
Yeah, look.
This is how.
Yeah.
I gotta do that every time I talk to someone. Every time I
Yeah.
got somebody come in, what's your name? Hey, Victor.
Yeah.
I can't say it. Okay, speaking of saying stuff.
Hey, I was watching that video.
Video. Have you ever been around somebody with a lisp and started not on purpose, but just subconsciously your brain switches you, and so you start talking like that? Because I'm horrible and I can't speak to people with a lisp. Because if I hear them too long, the next thing I'll say, and I don't want them to think I'm making fun of them on purpose, but my brain is wired like that.
Isn't that a wrestler that would do that? I would have like a
Dusty Rose.
Yes.
Dusty Rose.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking
every time
of.
we watch it,
Mm-hmm.
my wife says something like that.
And what's real bad is it happened at church. We had like a
Oh,
guest.
Jesus.
We had another
That's
church
just called,
there.
That's called
Yeah.
speaking in tongues in church.
I guess
The
so.
Holy Spirit.
But the guy, he was like the master of
Holy
ceremonies. So
Spirit
like he would
activate.
announce the
Master
speakers.
of ceremonies.
Yep.
Jeez, was he wearing a purple robe?
And so he was
Spells
up
it
there
like that
talking.
too.
Yeah.
And it's like, we'll have this person at the podium. And like, I'm.
Is it like a splash zone? He's spitting on.
Nah, well, I was like mid to back.
Sometimes
But,
they
like,
just have a
hearing him
really
talk
fat
like
tongue.
this-
But Cody Rhodes has a fat tongue, you could tell.
What the?
Yeah.
fuck?
Like if you have a fat tongue, they talk like this. Like Cody Rhodes
Like
talks
the
like
diabetes
that.
kids
Like
on
it's almost
South
it's
Park.
not a lisp at the top of the tongue in the teeth. It's more in the back of the mouth.
What the?
You pay too much attention to shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm like, oh, I can't stand how this guy talks.
Like, you talking like shit.
Your tongue looks like it's about to fall out of your mouth.
I know what he means from watching his interviews. The way he pronounced some words, I think he's gonna go fuck.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Daffy Duck.
Yeah.
Well, again, I think he got it from his dad. Because
Oh, I
his
thought you
dad
were gonna
had the
say
list.
Sylvester and Tweety.
Jesus, now you ruined this for me too.
I'm
Whenever
so
I see him, and I had to fuck.
Well, my niece, like me and my brother watch wrestling, so she's gotten into it because of us. And we can't walk by anything red, black, and blue while we're going, American Nightmare. We're like, it's what? And she goes, it's an American Nightmare cake. Which one? The red, white, and blue one, duh.
The American
No.
one?
And because Cody Rhodes wears red, white, and blue, so anything.
That makes sense.
So
Yeah.
I don't know what she's going to do 4th of July. Everything is
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be the
American
American Nightmare.
Nightmare everywhere. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
And then she took
This guy's a big deal. Fire.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Cody
on fucking day.
Cody Rose, Seth, and she won't say Seth Rollins. It's Seth freaking Rollins. She has to say it like that.
Jeez.
And then she's a heel fan. She loves all of the Judgment Day. She loves the Bloodline. She loves Charlotte. Like if they are a bad guy,
Oh man, I can't stand her. I don't.
Charlotte?
Charlotte?
Yeah,
Really?
She looks like Cher now.
she does. And now you ruined
I
it for
don't.
me.
She's
I'm
not
sorry.
that great of a wrestler, in
Oh.
my opinion.
I thought the one with her
I
and
think
Rhea
she's
Ripley
one-
was
She's
dope.
one of the better female wrestlers.
Did you get to see her back in her NXT days when she first came up?
Yeah, she's improved, but
Yeah.
still though, like
You know who I think is not a great wrestler is Dominic.
Mysterio?
He's good, but he's not a good actor. Like selling it,
Selling
he's like stiff when he moves to him.
Oh.
He needs to get some.
His personality is amazing, and the stuff he does to get the crowd angry.
dude,
But I agree with you
he
with his
is the,
improvement.
right now. He is the top heel.
Yes.
By accident.
Oh my
By
gosh.
accident.
But it's awesome because like everybody boos him right when he
You know
starts
what?
talking.
I am a fan of him now that he's a heel. When he wasn't, it was painful.
He looked like a Power Ranger. He looked like a Power Ranger mixed with a Samurai Ninja Turtle.
Samurai
Your uniform
Ninja
looks
Turtle.
stupid.
Because of the chest plates
Yes.
of the turtle. Oh, I can see it now.
Sorry,
Is
too
it-
soon.
And the thing is, if you think about the amount of matches he's had in the last year, which have been like, what, 10 in a year? And he's still the most hated heel in the company.
He's the most hated person.
Yeah.
And part of
Took
it is
over
his
his.
character, and then part of it is, I think there's so many people jealous of him being with Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
Because I am.
Mm.
Even though he's not really with it. And I'll fight Freddie Murphy.
Did you
in a
see
heartbeat.
that AEW where what is
Yes.
it called? The guys that Sister Me Daddy bullshit.
Oh, the acclaim.
The-
Oh yeah, they were rapping about him.
They're rapping and they brought up Ripley and Dum Dum.
Yeah.
Because the dude Buddy Murphy, that's a real...
Boy,
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, we'd have to fight. When you get in here, I'm going to hit you so hard.
Jeez.
But sometimes they do get real like that. Like Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle, they
Yeah.
really hate each other.
Oh, yeah.
So during their feud, when they were going back and forth, they were like using true stuff and dogging each other out.
Yeah.
Oh, but that one segment they did where like they're supposed to be in different rooms and like He gets quiet. He's like, "You're a bitch." Like, God, the whole.
He came back on the camera. He's like, "What
the fuck you said to me?" Like,
What was this?
This is like
when they
middle
were-
of last year.
Who was it?
Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they I don't know how they are now, but they really hated each other.
Yeah, like
Really?
So their feud, everything you saw was pretty much them letting out all their frustrations at each other.
Dang,
And I
that's
think
crazy.
the other one that happened with that was the Miz and Brian,
Brian.
Daniel Bryan,
Oh.
and when he wasn't wrestling yet, and he tried to say something like that he's not like a wrestler.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And fucking Mike, he just fucking just loses his shit.
Oh yeah, because the Miz is
He
coming
like
a
made him
long
cry
way.
almost, right? Like,
No.
didn't he look like he was
came
about to
on-
make
he,
Daniel Bryan
interrupted
cry?
the interview, right?
Huh?
He like walked on set or whatever.
No, they were interviewing him,
Yeah,
and he says something, and like
They were like at a table, right?
yeah,
this when they were doing smack talk, I think.
yeah,
it was.
smack
Yeah,
talk,
yeah.
and he lost his shit. Like, I guess he says something to trigger him, but if you see the road of Mike, what's his last name?
His
Mizanin.
Mizanin, yeah,
Mizanin. Mhm.
from
What's
the
that?
what is it?
Real World?
Real World and all that.
Yeah.
Like, I understand I could understand his frustration.
Did
Like-
you watch that? It's like a heels show.
Yeah,
I heard it was
No,
good.
but like
I haven't
what-
got to check it
No,
out.
not
yet.
like the actual show, but they interviewed the heels of WWE.
Yeah, like Randy Orton.
Did you see his?
the Miz, yeah.
Yeah, his was the best.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to check that show out. Sounds good. And I want to see that other show, The Heels,
Oh,
where it's like an actual wrestling show.
Season
Yeah.
2 is supposed to come out July, I believe.
Is that on Showtime?
I think so.
Yes,
I don't
Showtime.
have Showtime.
I might be able to watch it on
The
a
guy
different
that
app.
Green Arrow, the
Yeah.
guy that played Green Arrow, he's in the show.
Uh-huh.
He's like the showrunner. Him and what's his name from Vikings? Bjorn. The guy
Okay.
that played Bjorn. They're brothers in the show, and they have like their own small town promotion. And it's the trials and tribulations of trying to make it succeed. It's
No
pretty
shit.
good.
That's super cool. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. I was gonna ask you something else too. I can't remember what it was. Oh, the medium thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So to touch
Oh,
back on that.
yeah.
So to do a callback for the mediums. I don't know. Yeah. So what they even like? It's so weird. Like I found this out later. Like I don't know. I was feeling like I needed to like start learning my like beliefs and stuff, or start learning like my religion and stuff a little bit better. So I started like reading the Bible or just listening to it like as an audiobook.
Yeah.
And that was one thing that came up in the book where I was shocked, where it was like, don't believe psychics, mediums, or people who practice magic. And it was like dark magic kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was just like, holy crap. I've been hearing so much about that with like Sam Tripoli's podcast, where he believes in like dark magic, and there's like bad entities that try to practice
Yeah.
Yeah.
magic to mess with people or putting spells on people. And but with the whole medium thing, I was just like, medium, like, yeah, I guess that's kind of weird. But with them, if you were able to channel something to tell you about somebody, they can tell you anything and everything about the past, because they could be around us at all times, but they'll never be able to tell you about the future because it hasn't happened yet. So that's just my take on it. Like, if you want to learn about your past, cool, talk to them, but they can't tell you anything future wise. Like, they might be able to tell you, like, they might even think that they could tell you about somebody what they would have told you.
Well, even if like they could tell you, who wants to really learn your future? Like, who wants to know the day you die?
But I mean, like, seance, like to
No.
talk to a dead person and stuff
Maybe
like that.
how, but not today.
Nah, fuck. I want to be a surprise.
Yeah. I want to be
Surprise, motherfucker! Like, oh shit, it happened. Oh,
Yeah.
you know.
I want to be on an episode of Hot Ones and in the bathroom taking the hottest shit and just be like, my heart can't take it.
Do
And
Elvis.
just die while I'm pooping. That's my favorite thing to
That's
do.
actually one of my worst fears, is to die in the toilet.
Your worst
Or
fear.
die while eating.
No.
And people were like, man, well, look at his size.
Oh.
Because I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
So if I die in a toilet, or if I like choke while eating a hot wing, people are like, well, you look at him, you expect him to die some other. I don't want that to be my
Yeah,
life.
but I'd be like, you know what? Because of how you think that about me, I'm glad you're cleaning my shit up while I'm on the toilet.
Man, you either die eating a hot wing or eating a salad.
Oh.
What type of salad? Because there's some good salads.
No,
Yeah,
there's
just
not.
a regular Cobb salad.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Cobb
man.
salad? I can die eating a Cobb
I
salad.
would rather have
There's
a
some
chicken
good
wing.
salads, bro.
Chicken wing makes more sense. Because a man eats
Well-
a chicken wing.
or is it a turkey leg?
Yeah, straight up. What if the turkey leg? You're at the fair.
Smoked turkey.
You're at
leg.
medieval times.
Medieval times.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, yeah.
I've never had a whole turkey.
You're eating a whole turkey.
No,
Really?
you never had a whole turkey leg?
And you have
Don't you have turkey for Thanksgiving?
Well, hold up, man.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And you have like a stein of beer. You're at medieval times. The horse goes crazy,
Chocolate milk.
Comes up and
Stein of
just-
chocolate milk.
tramples, and you're like, "This is it." You take a bite.
You pulled out the sword and you were Arthur. You were King Arthur.
Right before the horse kicked me in the jewels and I threw up my balls and died. I could go out that way because I probably have flirted with a good many bar wenches.
Bar wenches. Give me a beer, wench.
Yeah.
He's like Thor in there.
I want some mead.
Yeah.
Yeah, but usually
Mead.
like
You know
no
mead's a
one
real
eats
thing?
the leg,
Yeah,
and my
mead.
mom would like
What?
cut them
Have
and
you
make
drank
sandwiches
mead
out of them.
before?
Oh.
And same
No.
thing now, like
That's a
when
real
we get down
thing,
to the
man.
legs, I tear all the meat off through the bone. But I've never like
You should just next time for Thanksgiving cut the leg off first, put that on
eat
your
it.
plate,
You eat it.
and you eat it and enjoy it like a grown ass man that you
The
are.
last two Thanksgivings, I haven't even had turkey.
What do you have?
Cornish
say
hens on
ham.
one. No,
Oh.
Cornish hens.
What is it? What is it? Omar said yesterday. A cork duck. What was
A
it?
turducken.
A turducken.
Oh, like Madden.
I heard those are good, but I've never had one.
It's a
Well, we're asking.
it's a duck stuffed into a chicken stuffed into a turkey.
Yes.
We're asking.
Well, actually, I think
No.
the chicken goes into the duck. and then
Yeah, the
duck
chicken
goes.
goes. That's that question.
It was Cornish hens 2 years ago, and then last year I made ribs.
I guess it.
Oh.
I guess you get like a Cornish hen. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm a man.
You could pretend
That
you're
leg was so
you,
tiny.
you could,
It's like this big.
you could pretend you're a giant. You're like Jack and the Beanstalk giant. And you're like, look at this big turkey, and it's a little chicken. Sorry. Delete that too.
Delete it. Leave it in.
Delete all my unfunny
You ever,
jokes.
you ever air fried a chicken?
A wing, yes, but
No,
not
you
a
gotta do
whole
a whole
chicken.
chicken. Yeah.
I don't know if my air fryer can fit a whole
Oh.
chicken. I got one of those little rinky dink where the cup maybe is like half
Oh,
the
yeah,
size
yeah,
of
yeah.
it.
You guys ever have fried turkey?
No.
Yes.
Maybe I have.
I don't know if
I
I,
don't
like
think so.
it.
Did you?
Karen's mom always deep fries the turkey.
I think it just depends on like the people that cook it and how they season it.
No, I don't know. I
'Cause,
think.
like,
I think.
Do you remember Chris?
Chris who?
Brandon.
Vanderweesel? Yeah.
Did you go over to
No.
his house? No, remember when he was barbecuing the turkey?
No.
Oh, he barbecued the turkey.
Well, because he used to go hunting, so it was like wild turkey.
Me and Vanderweesel, we had a love-hate relationship, mostly hate.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I'll delete his name.
Nah, fuck him. He can
But
know.
He won't listen.
He's some bitch.
Someone won't be it.
Yeah.
He looks like an Amish person now.
So what about the medium thing?
oh, so this is what I was getting at. What about people who think they like know your aura?
What
you
the fuck
like
is
your
my
chakra?
aura?
Yeah,
Like,
like, you don't
you-
know them.
Your aura or
Your
chakra, like,
energy.
they can see like your energy, and it's supposed to be like different
This
colors.
happened to me walking into work. I got into the elevator and there's some little old lady in there. We were the only two in there. She's like looking at me, and then she gets off. She hits the button or whatever and gets off, and she turns around and looks at me. She's like, "You have a very mean spirit."
Whoa!
Oh, wow.
And I was like, "What the fuck?" It's
Bitch,
like
you don't even
6 in the
know
morning.
me.
Did she blow red powder in your
No.
face?
I've
So you have
had
very
the
mean
opposite.
spirit.
I've had people like, there's something like very like pleasing about being around you.
Well, you're a nice guy. He's not. No, I'm kidding.
I can't see. He's always
Well, when I was younger, my mom used to work at this beauty salon. This lady, she was like really into big shirt. She turns to my mom. She goes like, "Yeah, he has angels around him."
Well, that's nice.
Around you,
Yeah,
I believe it.
Yeah, I
I am
would
a
too.
sweetheart.
I'm talking about.
Doesn't it say angel on your arm?
No, I'm a jealous. My daughter, my older.
What does that mean? It's like little angels.
What? That's her name.
I'm a jelly.
Yes, that's why you have little ones around you. Maybe she was
Peanut butter
calling your
jelly.
kids angels.
But I was a little kid.
Oh. Future. They were in the twilight
So
of
she
your
was a
little. They were a
psychic?
twinkle in your eye. Yeah.
Because you were saying something about like how they can speak to the dead. My thought on mediums is like, why disturb their peace?
Mm.
I know there's stuff we want to know from people that passed away, but why ruin their
How
eternal
about if like you
rest?
pissed them off though before you die? You know, you really
Yeah.
want to like you son of a bitch. I died.
Yeah.
I want to tell you I hate you. Now you feel like shit.
And
Yeah.
think about it, like, again, we all can all speculate on what the afterlife is like. So let's say they're in the better part of the afterlife, and then you want to bring them back so they can remember pain and trauma. So
But I don't think
you
you're
can
bringing
feel
them
better.
back.
What was
I don't personally.
so?
Well, I'm just saying if they could.
Yeah.
But by channeling them, they're in a happy place where they don't have to relive the trauma they went through, and then you're bringing them back to a space where they have to just to answer the questions because it'll make you feel better.
So,
But if they get to go back home, oh well.
as you as a religious man, 'cause, you know, I'm very religious as well. I always thought to myself, right? I saw something one time. It's like your heaven, everybody's heaven is different, right?
Yeah.
Right. So how about if this is our heaven?
Some people
I did
say
something
that.
bad. I did something bad.
like seriously, like as if you really think, you know, at one point or another during your lifetime, there was a time that you were the happiest, whatever is happening, right?
Yeah.
So it could be that we're in our heavens right now.
Some people live through heaven now and hell later, and some people live through hell now and heaven later.
I think you said the same thing twice.
No, he said it backwards.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh.
I reversed it.
Okay.
He used that
First thing
reverse
that's good,
card.
reverse it.
Yeah.
Like,
Uno.
my brain heard it like, and I missed to flip it back
Yeah.
around when he said
Well, well, my thing is like I'm the happiest when I'm at home. You know, friends,
family.
family.
Yeah.
You know, like that's when I'm happiest.
You're sleeping
So-
dogs.
Okay, if he's in heaven, Jesus Christ, I must have really messed up. Why are you always here with me?
Yeah.
He's a good boy. He's a
Yeah.
good boy.
He started showing his teeth. I was like, "What's wrong with you?"
That's
I was
the way
like, "He
he
smiles." Yeah.
You know, people
Our
say-
other friend does that.
in the movies,
His
you go
dog does.
smile, and you're like, never mind.
Yeah.
That's his smile.
You want me to smile? No.
You know what? Just
But it makes sense, right?
Mhm.
How about if we just relive life in a replay?
Yeah, for eternity. Ugh.
in a replay where you get to change things, or just everything's the same each time. You just
You
don't
can
remember
change
it.
some stuff,
Like
but
which
there's
color
some
shirt
things
you're
where
wearing.
you have to let go because it's canon.
Well,
Fixed points.
what do they call it when you shit? What's the name? When you see something that's gonna happen.
Deja vu.
Deja vu.
Mm.
Think about it.
That's because you're reliving and you remember the last time you lived that moment.
Yes.
Wait, remember what we talked about?
The deja
With
vu
this-
being dreams, or
No, the deja vu might be the different lines of the multiverse, and you're actually crossing certain timelines. And you're like, I swear I was here before and I did this, but it might have been your other, like another timeline crossing that path at the exact same time.
Or it could be you replaying your life and knowing what's gonna happen, and then you're able to change that outcome at least for that scenario.
because you remember how it went, and he's like, I don't like that flashback.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
you're doing something, and you're like, oh, I feel like I did this before.
Yeah.
And you're like, maybe you're on the right path then if you did it before.
Okay, here's one for all of
Or
you.
the wrong path.
The times you've had deja vu, has it happened like while things were happening, or did you like dream it and then woke up and then it started playing out at a different date and time?
No, but while it's happening.
Yours happens while it happens.
But
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No.
What about yours?
Mine are like, I have a dream and I'm like, that is weird. And then maybe a month later I'm doing something and I'm like, I remember dreaming.
that's good. No, for me it's always like I'll sit there and be like, wait, like
Damn.
I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's times
Just
where I've
happens
been
like
like daydreaming during a certain thing, and I'm just like not thinking, and I'm thinking of something else. And then there's been other times where I've gone and done the exact same thing and daydreamed the exact same thing, and been like, oh, that was weird, because it wasn't quite deja vu, but it was like I just daydreamed the exact same thing in a different time zone or different.
But talking
area.
about that too is like you know when you're driving and like you don't know how you got somewhere.
Yo, that's me every
Yeah.
fucking time I drive.
yeah.
Every time I drive.
You like get to work, you're like, holy crap, how did I get here?
Yeah.
Did I sleep the whole way? I feel so
Oh,
rested.
I know
But
what
I
it is.
walk,
I'm just like,
and I've
I'm
done
not
that.
getting this lane, bro.
So
Oh,
like,
yeah.
if you're replaying your life,
Like, sit up.
you're just like replaying things that you want to remember.
So the things that are non-consequential, you just
Yeah,
right
you
through.
fly through.
I like it.
That there's no like
I know.
repercussions or consequences.
It just sounded funny. I liked it though.
Yeah.
Sounds like a.
I'm a Mayan guy.
I know
Yeah.
words.
I was
know
gonna
words.
say-
I know
I was gonna
words.
say a Frozen character. Consequential. It's the girl with the
Consequences
long
for you?
hair,
But yeah, you're
That was Elsa.
Rapunzel.
Oh,
Sorry.
but yeah,
but
that-
you said Frozen. She's not.
I know. It just I don't do
Put your
Disney.
head on the table.
well technically
I
she
don't.
is.
I don't do Disney movies.
Oh,
She is.
Is she now?
What
Yes.
Deja vu.
What was
at
it?
the end,
No.
Rapunzel's supposed to be in Frozen.
It's at the beginning.
At the very
At the
beginning.
beginning,
She was in the wedding.
She was one of the guests.
Where
Okay,
like the
okay,
parents
listen.
died
But
and they were in the Titanic.
It was
Parents already died, and then Elsa's going to her coronation. They open the gates, everyone's coming in, and
yeah,
right there you see her and that dude.
yeah.
Ooh.
But she has short hair. and
You should
brown.
tell them
Because
about
at the end of the movie, she cut her
cuts
hair.
You should tell them about the Frozen conspiracy.
Disney.
Which one is it?
The Disney one.
I don't remember.
Well, the reason they made the movie Frozen is because Walt Disney was supposed to have been Frozen.
Oh yeah,
And so you can look it up. But now when you look up Disney Frozen, you get the movie.
Yeah.
makes sense.
Same with Black Panthers.
Oh, they
You look
changed
up
it
Black
from the
Panther.
activist group to now when you search it, it doesn't bring up the activist group.
How about
It
if you
brings up-
put the Black Panthers?
D, like D's nuts.
Black
Oh, the?
Yeah.
Get a list. Nah, I'm
Yeah,
kidding. He's like, you suck.
The
He's like, look, Mom, I said it.
But yeah, that's my theory in life, though.
I can see that. I can see that.
So the medium thing? Nah, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
I think we're done.
They were
We-
living in heaven.
What's that?
I think we're done with the
I
media.
think we all
Yeah, yeah, I
we
was
all
just
live
joking.
in the heaven.
Yeah. I only like medium wings. Can't do too hot.
I could get behind we're all living in heaven. I just don't think I'm in mine yet.
Yeah.
You're stuck in mine.
Yeah.
Damn it, I'm still in your thoughts in my own.
Now, wouldn't that be weird? Like if we all got our own individual heavens, if we could go visit other people's heavens?
Well, that's what it is, though.
Or what
You're
if you're...
coming from your heaven to my heaven, you know?
We're checking things out. Like, okay, well, I'll see you later. I'm going back to
Well,
north.
yeah, you leave, right?
Yeah.
So my heaven continues, your heaven continues.
And
Different
you're just
paths.
mad right now because his
Yes.
graphics were better in his house.
Yeah, yeah, you were
Oh.
mad about my graphics, even though we have the same system.
What if your life and then your afterlife are just different timelines that you can actually go to? Like, instead of like the multiverse and like there being a multiverse, what if your multiverse is you get to live that every time after your life ends?
Like reincarnation.
Yeah, but like say like we were friends since we were 6,
Yeah.
and I get to meet them later in life. You know, then you get to meet a bunch of different people each time.
I don't know if I want to.
Have you ever thought about why you meet certain people at certain different times in your life?
Have I ever thought of that?
Yeah.
I think so. Or when you reconnect.
No,
Like- I thought she farted.
no.
Or is that one a girl too?
Huh?
Is that one a girl?
The black one's a girl.
Okay.
Don't bark.
Black one's a girl, the other two are boys.
Dude, you woke up Chico. Look
This
at
guy's
him.
head's huge, man.
He's pissed.
Sounds so good.
I will come over there and slap you.
I will rip your throat out.
He's like, my other dog wasn't as big as him. Like,
I'll be honest, I've
she's
never put
skinnier.
thought into why I've met certain
But
people at certain
her head
times.
was
Yeah, because
probably
different
this
people,
tall.
like, once you think about it, certain people do certain different things
Yeah.
that might, like, change something in your life.
I need to get gunshots.
Do you need to hear him?
Bro.
I got my gun in the
They're all
car.
yelling and shit.
I got my gun in the bed. But, yeah. I met this dude 11 years ago. Didn't even talk. Look at him now.
Still not
Chatterbox.
talking.
Still not talking.
Chatterbox.
We have to add subtitles and like sign language to the podcast.
Oh, you're Silent Bob.
Oh,
You Jay.
oh, yeah.
We're the
Or
guys
clerks.
that run the. Yeah.
Well,
I'm the black
so
one.
remember,
No, I'm kidding. Sorry,
I don't know if
too
it's
soon.
like Clerks too. If it's one when they work at the fast food restaurant,
Yeah.
and then Jay's sitting there putting the chapstick on. He's like, "You fuck me," you know.
Oh.
So, and then that first time I met you, he's making you uncomfortable.
I got to be the chubby guy with the beard because he hooks up with Rosario Dawson.
Jay. Oh, no, that's Silent Bob.
No, that the clerks that work at the place.
That the,
Yeah, there's
Oh.
yeah.
Remember the chubby guy with the, I love Rosario Dawson.
She's weird.
I still love
I'm just kidding. I was
her and Selma Hayek.
I feel like I was Troy.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
her boobs are huge.
And then the other thing you got to think about too is like maybe somebody that you meet makes an impact in your life, or something changes about your life because of something they said or something,
Oh,
and then
100%.
you don't see them again.
Yep.
Okay,
Or what
guys.
about those kids that when you're driving and they like drive by and flip you off and it just pisses you off and gets you in a bad mood, and then like you kind of like can lash out on other people, or like you could be frustrated without even realizing that you're frustrated. I don't know.
I call that a transfer of energy right there.
Yeah, yeah.
They
for
were
sure.
frustrated and not.
I
transferred their
I saw that
frustrations to
I
you.
saw that today. Though this dude was like coming out of those.
The ice cream place.
No, not the ice cream place. Not the damn ice cream place. But he was coming out. The dude's like there's like a lane coming. There was no car. He was trying to get to the lane I was in. He comes and cuts across. The other dude comes out and starts beeping his horn. Then passes him up and flicks him up like straight up and flipping the bird. Like
Yeah.
I was like, is it really that serious?
All you got to do after if they flip you off, just give them a thumbs down, or stick your tongue out at them. They'll be like, "What the heck?" Like,
follow them.
follow them. No, I'm just kidding.
Do that again.
That's how you get removed off YouTube.
Is that like that video where the guy's driving by, cussing him out, and the passengers lifts up a gun, and then the car just disappears on him?
Yeah. You're like, not today, Satan.
You know what I do when I'm like in a bad mood and I'm driving? Or I see somebody walking, I beat my horn at them, and I wave.
Oh.
You're like, who is that? That's you? That's you doing that to me?
Yeah.
It's you. Because that'll happen. I hear a beep, and I will see wave, and I'm like, I don't know who that was.
I got flicked off a couple times because like they're like minding their own business. You
scare them. Jeez. You ever wave at somebody thinking you know them, and then as you're going past them, you're like, "That's not who I thought it was."
I've had that happen so much that I don't wave, and now I get called rude. They're like, "I saw you at the store," and I'm like, "Oh, that was you," and they're like, "Yeah, you didn't even acknowledge me." And I was like,
"Acknowledge me."
But it's because I've had that happen where I thought somebody was somebody, and I went like this, and they.
Like
I don't think that's even that bad though. How about if somebody like you see somebody waving, you think they're waving at you, but they're actually waving at somebody next to you?
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
That is embarrassing.
That happens to me all the time.
Like, and then they still give you that.
Especially in the hallway to work. I'm walking to my office and I look behind me, like somebody waves and I wave back, and then I look back and I'm like, oh, they just waved at each other. I'm like, why are you waving while I'm in the middle?
Then it makes you wonder, like, are they talking about you later? Did you see that weird guy wave when I was talking?
Yeah.
And you see him again later, you wave at him?
Kick him in the shin.
Hey, how's it going, guy?
That also, have you ever thought about how many strangers' pictures you're in?
Oh, that is true.
A lot.
Because I had a friend send me this picture. Her friend was walking through the store, had just got a new puppy. Took a picture. She sent it to me. I'm looking, I was like, oh, that's a nice puppy. She's like, you don't see the background? I'm like, what? It was me. This is like COVID time, wearing one of my shirts with sayings on it, with my mask and everything. And I'm like, how did she get that picture? She goes, I just happened to notice you in the background.
Wow.
And ever since then, I'm like, how many strangers?
Did you cancel her? You took this picture of my likeness without my appreciation or without my acknowledgement.
But how many strangers where like some vital moment or like entertaining moment in their life they captured on video or a photo, and you're just like in the background minding your own business, caught unaware.
Yeah.
Like, so how many people's lives are you a part of, like something vital that happened and just don't even know it?
Sitting back there picking your nose. They're just taking a picture.
It's like, at the wedding? Really?
Yeah.
I knew there were cameras. I wouldn't have done it.
I didn't know you were taking pictures.
Yeah.
You guys were all the way up there.
Man.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, that picture made me think about that, and I'm like, that is strange. Just like,
yeah, millions of people could have seen you by now.
yeah.
Oh, think about it. You ever see somebody that's like, do I know you?
Because you've seen him in the background of somebody else's picture.
You have a familiar face.
We have mutual
Hey,
friends.
wow.
You saw their butthole on Pornhub. No.
If I've watched that video
Like that one
much,
video, yeah, the dude turns around.
Wait a minute, I know you.
So search history behind it, bro.
Yeah.
You have a real problem if that's happening to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I'm just kidding.
But just think about it, because you see some people
I don't even know
like,
what to say.
It was like a delay after. I'm just kidding. Nobody said anything. I'm like, no.
No, but like, we're all men here. Have we, any of us, ever watched a video that much to where like we could see that specific star on something else? It's like, oh yeah, I know her.
No, you just don't recognize the face.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, you see like that profile, and you're like,
Mia Khalifa?
Yeah.
You throw something down. So just pick it up.
What you talking about, Wiz
that's
Khalifa?
what you...
It's like, oh no.
No, you see them and you think they're gonna recognize you.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit.
Oh no.
But yeah, it makes you think though. Now that you say that, it makes me think when you say you look very familiar.
And they could...
Yeah.
Again, that could have been. Because think about it, like there's like newspaper articles where like they're taking a picture of like whoever the article about, but then you see like the people in the background like doing construction or whatever.
Yeah.
And again, it could be something like that. Like you see that guy's face because at that moment he just happened to look up when the picture was taken, and then you happen to run across him. It's like, do I know him?
Yeah.
Because you read the paper, you saw his face. Like how often does that happen?
That's true.
Yeah.
I had somebody do something. I was like, do I know you? I don't fucking know you.
Yeah.
Fuck watching my OnlyFans.
Yeah. Or there's like people that they blame like that are doppelgangers. And then you look at the Challenger that exploded, the rocket.
Yeah.
You could, every single one of those person has a doppelganger that looks identical to them and has the exact same name.
Unless it is them.
I think it is.
Oh, 100%.
How you? I don't know.
Oh, and if you ever want to do a watch party with us, we got documentaries. We'll do a watch party and like kind of like record it all. Yeah,
I like it.
make people subscribe, like and subscribe. Follow
We're
us.
getting a startup.
Yeah, OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, I like it.
Tell
You wanna
them
tell
the plan.
Well, it's me doing, you know, like the fit guys that be chopping wood and all of that. But it's me doing that all fat.
I like it.
Just doing skinny guy stuff.
Yes, and you know,
You're gonna have like the shirt off and the suspenders on and the hat.
TBD doing
I
skinny
don't know if
guy
they
stuff.
got suspenders that big, but
They have they'll find the suspenders.
I'll bleep it out.
My wife is
I need to add a
she's a
bleep
great
there.
seamstress.
just make me my own special suspenders.
Babe, I need something from you. What? I need some
And
suspenders.
there's one that's going to be in a full like wrestling singlet like Vader had.
Oh yeah, I like
So
it.
we're off our game, right?
This will be such a nice one.
So you know what's funny though? Talking about like wrestlers and singlets and stuff like that. So my uncle used to have a promotion in Cleveland back in the day, and one time he brought in Abdullah the Butcher.
Oh yeah, that guy's got some bad scars on his head. Cool.
Yeah, so I was like around 9 or 10 at the time, probably 9, 10, 11. And I remember walking into the locker room and there's this guy, massive human being, sitting in a chair butt naked. It was Abdullah the Butcher. That's the first time I ever met that guy. Butt naked.
Circumcised or no? I'm just kidding.
Dude, I was freaked the hell out. I was like, what the fuck is this?
His balls are by his
huge.
knees.
Like he's like me sitting next to me.
And you know, that's when he was like really big. You know, and you like see this massive human being. And Jesus Christ! Really, stop it.
That's probably also before all the scars too, right?
No, it was after.
He still had the scars.
Yeah, remember though,
Yeah.
he's been wrestling for years.
Been wrestling since the 40s.
I know. He's like, I'm gonna risk it all right here.
He takes that, rips it, water goes everywhere.
I think I kill him if he breaks my bathroom tub.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. But
That is so big.
yeah, I met him. I met the original Doink the Clown. I met
Oh,
Savio Vega.
Oh, nice.
Doink the Clown, I think, was an Ohio State trooper by us.
What?
He may have been.
I think so. There was like multiple, I think, right?
Yes.
Yes, they have
There
been
are
multiple doinks. Yeah.
So there was one that had a school down by us, and I think he died recently. Maybe in like the last like 5 to 10 years, maybe not so recent. But I think he was like a state highway patrolman, like for his main job, and then he started getting into, or he was into wrestling too.
The amount of wrestlers from Ohio that I've like found out about is like ridiculous. Miz, Doink, Dolph Ziggler,
Logan Paul.
Paul.
Ziggler is? I thought he was from like Europe.
No, he's from Dolph Ziggler's all from Parma.
Really?
Yeah.
He was a cheerleader guy. He shouldn't have stopped cheerleading.
He was the only one that still wrestles. He's the only one that made it big.
Yeah.
So he had something that the rest didn't.
Yeah, Sonny.
Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, Johnny Gargano.
Yeah. And then the other girl that's...
It's with him.
Yeah, there's
Candace
another one
from
from
here?
Dayton.
Or Indy.
Not Liv Morgan, but Alexa Bliss.
Oh, she's from here. I know that.
She is?
Yeah, Alexa Bliss is from Ohio. John Moxley's from Ohio.
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
Jeez. I would have thought like Missouri.
He's from Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati.
It's not really Ohio. That's more like Kentucky.
This is good.
It's Ohio.
It's pretty much Kentucky and Indiana.
Jerry the King Lawler.
He's a Browns fan.
Really? I didn't know he was from.
He grew up in Cleveland, in Ohio.
Because they always call him the King of Memphis, and I just thought he was from there.
Well, remember when we saw
He's
him
a
at Raw?
Cleveland fan. That should have made
He's
sense.
a huge Browns fan, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know
Big
why
Show.
they put two and two.
Big Show.
I'm kidding.
Where'd you get
I thought he was
that?
from Minnesota.
Oh, I don't
He
know.
might be. They grow big out there, so that makes
Yeah,
sense.
they do. Look at Brock.
Brock.
Brock,
But
Big Show.
might be able to do this as like 2 episodes if you guys want. Because
We
it's
could
like
do 7 episodes tonight.
7 episodes.
we'll do one. We'll just do a bunch of black holes in the pocket. And then we'll do the watch party soon too. If you want to watch Level with.
I feel like there's a kids movie called that.
Probably.
It's about like getting sucked into a video game world.
Oh,
Level up.
are you sure you're not talking about
Is that what it's
Troy?
called?
Tron?
No. What's the one? Ready Player One?
It's not.
No, no. I'm
That's,
like
that's
this.
more VR.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the same thing.
It's not the same thing. Take that back.
Yeah, Tekken Tag.
Talking about Jumanji?
Oh,
It reminds you of Jumanji, but like they go from being like real people to cartoon people in the movie that I remember.
Kobe Yoko.
I've never watched that. What is that?
Coco Beware.
Coco
I'm
Beware.
kidding.
I want a bird.
Yeah.
Don't do it, Simba.
God,
So-
make me a bird.
You're looking at
away.
the steak.
What'd you guys think? Think this is good to close out?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. This
Oh
is
shit, son.
damn.
Hey, get off the carpet. You jerk. Wow. Hey, your mom. No, don't bring it to me.
This is Code.
Oh Jesus.
Oh my gosh, my knee.
Almost said my brother.
You see all the volume just spike. All right, guys. This is Code Conspiracy of a Dead Man signing out. Staying safe and stay blessed and keep questioning.
Deuce.
Who said it?
Me. Deuce.
Can we start calling you Big Sexy? Sexy.
This is all Theodore Dinamite saying have a good meet day.
This is the Rican Mohican telling you this is your own heaven.
Ooh.